Coronavirus lockdown laws put a stop to their dream wedding, but that was just the start of the nightmare for these couples. They thought they'd get a refund from one of the country's biggest wedding venue groups, but they say it's hanging on to thousands of dollars.
All I wanted to do was give Hannah the wedding of her dreams.
We just got met with hostility from the beginning.
It's like something out of a fairy tale.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Such a shame.
Hannah and Michael had it all planned out, a fairy tale wedding on April 18 at picturesque Curzon Hall, which they say to them is more like Heartbreak Hall.
With this whole COVID pandemic, we knew our wedding was in jeopardy. So trying to get in contact with them to find out what their plan was with our wedding, because we were willing to work with them what we could do. We just got unanswered calls, promised callbacks that never happened, and then it got to the point where we saw a social media post that they'd cancelled weddings.
Really disappointing, isn't it?
Bethany and Michael were also supposed to tie the knot there. From the tiara to the dress, no detail was spared.
It's what we wanted. Like since I was little, I had a big dress. I had the horse and carriage booked. We had the cars, we had the castle, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. And it was going to be beautiful. It was going to be an amazing day for us, our wedding, you know, keep trying.
The couple say they paid more than $16,000 to Navara venues for their wedding, cancelled because of the pandemic.
We've been saving it for like about a year, and it was just every single dollar we had went to the venues.
They went through the fine print of their contract and requested a refund.
They told us we'd get one minus some admin fees, and then they heard from their legal team apparently, and they said that we're not willing now to give the refund.
So much of your days.
Hannah and Michael say they are $12,000 out of pocket. The company is offering credit to reschedule their reception for later this year or in 2021.
So Michael, what have they told you?
That they're not in a position to give a refund, that they're only offering alternate dates.
But that's not an option. Both couples have since become Mr. and Mrs. in much smaller ceremonies on their own terms.
The reason we chose that date is the week before that, we got engaged the year before. The week after that is our dating anniversary. So it turned out to be a really special date. So we were adamant that that was the date we were going to get married, no matter what. And we did.
Give us all our money back.
Nishant and Ramona also booked through Navara venues at Concadoro. They're still planning a lavish Hindu celebration when restrictions lift. They say they forked out $14,000, a celebration for 300 guests.
We've tried to meet them halfway in terms of doing a reception on a later date. A lot of our wedding rituals depend on astrological timings. So I told her, with respect, you know, we can't just say we can do a wedding 2 months down the line. We have to consult with priests. And she said to me, with respect, your religious timings don't matter to us.
Yeah, they were completely unwilling to budge or to listen on that front. They've been quite arrogant in their dealings with us.
This is their own terms and conditions.
Yes. Everything is written in there.
Yes, and
The Navara Group runs 5 luxury wedding venues, hosting thousands of events every year. Its contract has a force majeure clause, a legal term for circumstances outside a party's control which prevent a party from completing a contract. It states if a client cancels for reasons of force majeure, all money except the deposit will be refunded, and if the venue cancels, all deposits will be refunded, including the booking fee.
Hello, Mr. Navara, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. Danielle from A Current Affair.
If you missed it, Sal Navara is the CEO of Navara Venues.
We've got a dozen or so couples that we've spoken to say that their dream day has now become a nightmare because of your company.
It's a government bill. Look, it's a government shutdown. I know what we're trying to say, and look, I know I was going to get caught up with Current Affair because, you know, I knew you were going to come talk to me, and I'm glad you did. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to hurt people? It's not. It's the government that did it. And I hope you've put this on here. It was the government that did it. And with the other 1,200, 2,000 events that we have booked in, which we want to honour and we want to do, we are working through now to see what we can do.
So those that are upset, why can't you give their money back?
Because there's no money to give back. And you can't start giving money back. I think you know this as well. Because the whole events industry is already in trouble. You're saying to me, give the money back. I'm saying I'm trying to keep it, to keep people employed, I want you to listen, it's to keep people employed. Because if I start giving money back, then I'll shut half my company down. We're not here to take people's money. We're still investing in our venues every day. So can I ask the builder to give my money back that I just signed off on a big renovation at, say, Curzon Hall? I'm just saying to you, can I ask the other builder? They're going to say no. It's going to come.
You'll eventually get the works, though. Some of the couples here
and
won't get their wedding.
They will get their wedding.
They've had their wedding, though. Some are married. They want their first payment back. They understand that deposits might not be able to come back, but that first payment, that's half of the money that you've got.
Anyway, we had a good talk.
What's your message to the couples?
Look, honestly, I'd love to do your wedding. I actually do want to do your wedding or do a function for you one day.
For many of the couples we've spoken to, the only date they now want to lock in is with the courts. They're rallying together to start a class action to get back the money they say is theirs. Richard Mitri is from Mitri Lawyers.
There has been some talk about a class action in relation to this venue as well as many others. And class actions do have the benefit of allowing people to pool their money together to try and get an outcome that helps all of them. It obviously also has the benefit of being able to pressure the party being sued to do a deal with all of them.
That was earlier.
Hannah and Michael's lawyer is leading the charge.
She has said that bottom line is we're entitled to a full refund. It's just unfortunately due to Navarra's, the way that they're acting, we're going to have to fight for it. It may end up that we're in court and that's going to cost us money, but we don't want to be walked all over.
Details on that possible class action are on our website.